This is Saheed in Nigerian, and here's my perspective. Yeah, it's another year. Happy New Year, people. Happy New Year, those who are my followers, and even to everyone else. It was a great 2024, and I hope and pray that this year that we've gone into will be another great year for us all as well. In Jesus' name. So, frankly, it is clear now that Sadiq Ismail, one of the most exciting players in the Nigerian Premier Football League, is one of the most exciting players. He has been invited to the Super Eagles once as well. I mean, not once, more than once now. I think he has played. Fortunately for him, he probably has played one or two matches, if I'm not wrong. So, but outside of that, the guy has been an assist leader in the league, in the MPFL. He has been a creator par excellence in terms of these crosses that he comes in with and various other things like that. So he's been a great player in the Nigerian Premier Football League, and it's quite interesting. But the sad news now is that, sure, I will say sad news to an extent. It is sad news for the league. Is that Sadiq Ismail is going to FK Partizani of Albania. Now, somebody will ask the question, why should he go to Albania? Sadiq Ismail is not a young man anymore. When we say he's not a young man anymore, he's getting into his late 20s, and probably his opportunities to, go to Europe and what have you, and probably, improve his pay package and what have you, and his opportunities that he can also get, his economic value which he can also get in a place like in Europe, is way better than what it's one can get in the league. So it's quite clear. It's there's a limit to how presently the league presently being constituted. There's a limit to how they can hold a player like him back because of his quality. So, but he going to FK Partizani, that's another aspect of it. Is that a good club enough for him to go with him being a top class player in the National League and in the Nigerian league? And those days, I remember those days in the 90s, in the 80s, in the late 80s, early 90s, especially the early 90s, mid 90s. I remember Finidi George leaving Calabar Rovers back then, went directly to Ajax Amsterdam, and literally got into the first team almost immediately. And this is the Ajax Amsterdam of the 90s, 1992, 1993, 1994, 1995, 1996. They are like a top side in Europe, a top side in Europe. And you have a player of Finidi George's quality living here and going directly into the Ajax team, literally. So, but now you now have you will now see some players leaving the Nigerian league, and they will go to some supposedly obscure leagues. I wouldn't have expect Sadiq Ismail. He is a player that I personally like a lot. I wouldn't have expected him to go to a league like this, FK Partizani. No. In Albania. That should have, for me, that should have been a place whereby an upstart, maybe a 17, 18, 19-year old who's just probably getting into his football career will probably go to and probably improve. But what will probably go there to improve. But one thing you cannot hold back, and you cannot begrudge Sadiq Ismail about, is the fact that his economic interest which will be enhanced at this point in time. So if it's going to be enhanced, you can't begrudge the guy. Yeah, in the Nigerian league, Remo Stars is a top league, paying well, but as much as they could pay, I don't think they can pay. They are paying. They will be able to pay the Sadiq Ismail and kind of hold him back, in the league. And this is like a general thing that is happening to to even other clubs in the Nigerian league. Only very few will be like the Rabiu Ali of Kano Pillars, and who will stay home and will say, okay, probably they are not going out, and only very few, or will be like the Abutrikas of Egypt back in the day. But it is because the Egyptian league pay more. So I think what the Nigerian league really needs. We have a few talents popping up here and there. I think there's more investment, more better organized, more investments that is needed. Yeah, we can also see better organization too. So, but when such investment come in with better money, better remuneration coming, I think some of these players can afford to stay back. If some, I don't know exactly how much Sadiq Ismail will be paid, or in Albania though, but let us imagine if he's going to get, probably it will be a short of around $50,000 at the end of the year, or $100,000 at the end of the year in Albania, and he can probably get around $10,000. I mean, in Nigeria probably. It makes sense if he goes out there to that place, and I just hope maybe that this FK Albania league thing for Sadiq Ismail is just a stepping stone to a better side. Probably, I want to believe that should be the arrangement, but it is sad that he's leaving the Nigerian league. He's one of these players whom you will see in the league. You want to go to the stadium to see, with Remo Stars, and with Remo topping the league at the moment. Losing a player like this, Remo is on top of the league at the moment. They are the number one in the league at the moment. Losing a player of Sadiq Ismail quality, a player that gave them somewhere around 17 assists, or 13, between 13 and 17 assists 2 years ago. Last year too, we give them a lot of assists like that. Losing a player like that is no joke, and also this guy will, because of this, him leaving to Albania now, he may not even be able to play in Chan, and Chan would have really given him, a very good presentation as well. He would have presented himself well in Chan, and so it is sad that it is leaving at this point in time. He scored a goal when we played Ghana some days ago. We beat Ghana 3-0. He was the one who scored the first goal. You need such a player in that team going to Chan. You need such, his charisma, the team is needed, and here we are. He may not be able to go to Chan anymore, and we probably will lose that guy for Chan. And it's not a nice thing to see, and not a nice thing to hear. But will you begrudge the guy? We cannot begrudge the guy. We cannot begrudge him. We can't say that he shouldn't play in the Super Eagles. I mean, he shouldn't go to a place that better, at least an improved pay package can be assured for him. And who knows, if he can play well a few months and probably go to a bigger league, the packages will be better. The pay package will even be better than what he's going for at the moment. So we won't begrudge him. Sadiq Ismail, like I sometimes will call him Aburu. I pray you do well as you are moving on now, and I pray you get to higher places, and probably maybe for the next 5 seasons or thereabout, just make it. I hope you do well in all that, and you gain what you're supposed to gain, even economically, and for your life as you can. So, but it is nice that we have you as a player, that you played in the league for this number of times. But I believe maybe other people will come in and somebody can also take that role, and to find a player like that in the league also with the quality with the shoes which a player like Sadiq Ismail has been able to, they are big shoes now. If Remo Stars want to replace him, and this thing, like I said earlier, it affects a lot of players like that, including Daniel Daga, for example, of Enyimba. Daniel Daga of Enyimba will probably leave soon enough, and you'd have a whole lot of players like that across the league. Exciting, what do you call it? Talents who are leaving. But anyway, I hope, and I pray that the league will get improved, because even if you look at it at the moment, it has improved to an extent reasonably. Though we can have it way, 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 way better than what we have. The pitches are better now. It's way, way better than what we have. The teams you have, coaches, the likes of the past Eagles players, the likes of the Finidis, the likes of the Amunikes, and the rest, being in the league. Kanu is leading Enyimba. Kanu is, the chairman of Enyimba, and what have you like that. So you have some of these things happening in the league, and when you see that with what Remo Stars is doing, when you see that, you say, okay, you be impressed. And I just hope if we can, keep our quality, then we can come back into the Champions League and play in Champions League and Confederations Cup, for example, and play better. Because in the past, how many seasons now? 5, 6, 7 seasons now. We've not really done great there at all. I think at the moment only one of our team is still at the group stages of the Confederations League and Confederations Cup, and that's not so great. It's not so nice for the Nigerian Premier Football League. We should be able to keep our talents, and remuneration and better pay package will definitely help. Will definitely help. And so, but anyway, good luck to Sadiq Ismail. I hope he comes back probably later, and or he gets more opportunities to play in the Super Eagles as well. That's another thing for him. I hope he does that. So, but anyway, let the league improve, and we hope that it will from this 2025 on. So happy New Year once again. So I'm Saheed in Nigeria, and that's my perspective.